Just forget about it. Politics are boring. Just stay silent as people you don't know make all the decisions for you. It's probably fine, right? They know what they're doing, maybe, hopefully. I'll just go take a nap while we... Look, I get it. Politics and news is all touchy stuff. You don't want to make anyone upset. Everything is very complicated. It's easier to just not. What would you think, though, if I told you everything you love is affected by politics? Your safety, clean water, weed, memes, your grandma, everything. Even whether you're able to watch this video or not. Politics are about everything. Decisions that are made through elections affect nearly everything in your life. That's why the world needs your vote. If you think that voting and politics are boring, I want to explore that. I want to take 3 minutes to go through the reasons you may not want to vote, because you definitely aren't alone in that. Decisions are tough, but we make them all the time. Just this morning, I've liked like 50 tweets. Those likes are all decisions. And politicians make decisions on your behalf every single day about stuff you may not even know about. They even vote about what they're going to vote about, like every single time they meet. Voting gives you the power to have a say in decisions about what should be happening around you. Voting is like using the force, but everyone over 18 can do it. In countries with democracy. And just like a Shawn Mendes concert, people all over the world are lining up to vote. But unlike a Shawn Mendes concert, people truly fight for the right to vote. Protests in Hong Kong, extreme violence in Sudan, civil wars, uprisings. People die and have died for the right to vote. It's important to respect that. Democracy literally means strength of the common people. And the idea of democracy has been around since 500 BC. Think about that. That means that women have had the right to vote for about 4% of the time democracy has existed as a concept. So if democracy was like 20 years old, women would have only gotten the right to vote like 8 months ago. And look, every single vote counts. Many elections, both at state level and at the federal level, have been won or lost by one single vote. But my favorite example is in an assembly election in India in 2008. Candidates C.P. Joshi and Kalyan Singh Chuan nearly tied, but Joshi lost by a single vote. And it was reported that Joshi's wife, mom, and personal driver each did not vote that day. But Chuhan's wife allegedly voted at 2 different polling stations. So before you marry someone, make sure you ask, would you actually vote for me? And don't piss off your mom. Even if you think that voting is useless because you don't agree with election policies, not voting just maintains the status quo. And that may not be what you want. I would think that most people want to have a say in how decisions are made around them. One of the easiest ways that you can change how things are done is by, you guessed it, voting. In some countries, your employer has to give you time off to vote, like in Canada. An hour off work sounds like the biggest no-brainer to go and vote. And if you don't get time off to go vote, guess how you could have a say in changing that? By voting. Stick with me on this one. Ballot selfies are when someone takes a selfie at the voting station, and they are legal in Canada, the Netherlands, and in the United States. In some states, not others, and definitely not Illinois, where you could actually get jail time. And in some countries, you would be jailed for a ballot selfie, like Brazil and South Africa. In Germany, your vote won't be counted if you take a ballot selfie. So if it's legal where you are, vote so you can take a ballot selfie. And if it's not, still vote. Saying politics are too controversial or I just don't like politics is a privilege, because it means that wherever you are, the laws and policies allow you to feel safe, happy, and healthy. That's not the case for everyone. And as I said, everything you love is affected by politics. Memes are possible because copyright laws allow parody as an exemption from the law. If that changes, memes could become a thing of the past. And I don't want to be on a Twitter with no memes. Freedom of speech is protected in many Western countries, but it certainly isn't in China, Russia, and many others. Weed is legal in Canada and some states in the United States, but not in other countries. Are those things that you care about? There are so many ways to get engaged with politics and your community, and one of the easiest, low-effort ways to start is by voting. The reality is, voting is how you get to have a say in what happens around you, not just in politics. So vote for your sake. And don't at me. Hope I didn't sound too much like your mom in this video. But you should subscribe to Postable because we are talking about issues that you care about. And if we're not talking about issues that you care about, let us know in the comments below so we can start talking about that thing
that you care about.